Welcome back to Page the Stage Actual Plays. Tonight we're playing Star Wars Edge of the Empire, and we were returning for Session 2 for its introductory adventure called Trouble Brewing. If you have not seen the first session, we encourage you to go watch it. And where we left our adventurers off was, well, they're kind of they're in a little bit of a pickle. They are trying to find this R4 unit, but they have most likely discovered its location. The only problem with that is its location is in a cell group of smugglers that work for a local kingpin of sorts. And so where we left off last time was a Tordarian looked like he was spying on the adventurers' plans, and he was now fluttering away to basically go tell the plans to these to the cell group, and that's where we left off. And so we have. Unfortunately, Trevor, who plays Orc, is not joining us tonight, and we'll have the adventurers meet up with Orc at some point. But we will turn it over to Norgar, played by Adam. Hello, Adam. And
hello.
We have Bunt, played by David. Hi, David.
Hello.
And we have Val, played by Seth.
Hey, guys.
And the three of you are standing outside of the Rejinx Cantina as you see this Tordarian kind of flutter away.
Do we all see him, or did Bunt see him?
Bunt saw him, and I think where we left off, it was like assumed that he was telling you. Well, I could actually, Bunt, go ahead and tell us what you want to say.
Yeah, I think they start getting overheard us. I'm going to try to circle around, get ahead of them. You guys follow from behind, see if we can catch him.
Okay. So you're going to follow the Targaryen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to follow them to see if I can get a bearing on where he's headed. Like if they know he's headed towards the warehouse, I'm gonna try to circle around, see if I can't get in front of him.
Oh, okay.
And cut him off.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
So are we going to follow him? And you're going to try and cut him off?
I'm gonna try to cut him off, and you guys come up from behind and.
Okay, Val, let's go. Let's try not to spook him. Yes.
Yeah, let's go grab him. I think we just go grab him, knock him over the head.
Oh, well, that's rather aggressive of you, of course.
Did you guys talk about this tactic before Bunt went off?
No.
I guess sort of as we're setting off, maybe Norgie and I are having that conversation.
Yeah, catch him if you can.
Okay, so let's have.
Well, I'm glad I brought my my blaster. I'm not sure how much help it will be, but I'm glad I brought it.
Most of the blasters got stun settings, right?
Mine does.
Bunt, what's describing your character? How physically fit is Bunt?
I've got a 3 on brawn and a 2 on agility.
Okay.
So not terrible.
Okay. Let's have you do an athletics check. We'll have it be with a 3 brawn. I'll say it's probably an easy check for you. And what we're doing here is just to see how quickly you get around to basically cut him off, and then we'll go from there.
He flies, right? I mean, the guy can fly.
He flies. It's more like a fluttering. Yeah, it's more like a fluttering. So this is depending on how well David does here with this roll. See if he cuts him off, no problem. If not, we'll turn it over to Val's techniques.
So. And is that going to just be 3 ability?
Yeah, so you would have your athletics is going to be your bronze skill. So you'll definitely have 3 dice. And so what's your rating in athletics?
Athletics, I don't have anything. I have a 0 rank.
Okay, so it'll just be 3. It'll just be 3 of the green dice with 1 purple dice. That'll be your die. That'll be your pool.
Okay, let's see. Got a failure with 3 advantages.
Okay, so you don't effectively cut him off, but with those advantages, let's see. I would say you can see you basically you come out where you think he's going to be at, but he actually just passed you. But you turn and see Val and Norgar, and Val has his blaster in his hand. So I'll say the advantage is quickly you guys can make a decision with, if there's some other tactic you want to take.
Yeah, I think I'll motion shoot him.
Okay. All right.
I will oblige.
All right.
I'll take a shot at him with a stun setting, of course. I'm not going to blast this guy down, but
okay. So this will be your What's the first one we've done to these ones? This will be your.
No, is this opposed or how does this work?
No, he's at what we would consider a short range, and so he's going to do just he's going to do 1 difficulty dice for the range, and then you're going to do your it's your range. I think it's your light weapon.
Yeah, it is.
And I forgot to look it up again. But there's always an aim. You have the option to aim.
You could.
One of your actions that gives you a bonus.
Aiming, does that take an action to do it? Like you have to wait 1 round?
No, if we were in combat, but this thing's kind of like flying off, and so right now I'm letting you take a shot. So
do I have time to aim, or would I lose them? I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, tell me if you're aiming, and then I'll tell you what happens.
Well, I mean, can I gauge it? Like how far off he is? Like what I think? Like do I have to hurry and blast him, or do I? Is he like crossing? Is there a bunch of people in this plaza?
There's not people because Orc did this last time. It's more just moving around different debris and boxes, and you're kind of like this whole thing is like alleyways of sorts.
Is there any? So there's nobody else around.
There's nobody else around.
No one's going to see him take this shot.
No, but the only issue right now you're going to be running into is will he notice that you guys are onto him? So even though Bunt failed that roll, like he that just means he didn't get in front of him. He goes well behind him. So now, Val, if you want to take a pot shot at him, you can. But at this point, if guys are going to aim and it's going to become something more coordinated, then I'm going to roll to see if he has any type of perception to see you.
I'm not going to aim. I think I'm a pretty good shot, so I feel confident.
Okay, I'm just double checking our range rolls since this is the first time we've done it. Yeah, so you're at short range, and that is an easy check.
So it's just 1 difficulty dice?
Yeah, it's just 1 difficulty dice.
All right, let's see. Oh, wow. Success and 1 positive effect.
Advantage.
1 advantage.
Advantage, yeah, sorry.
Okay, so is it just 1 success?
1 success.
Okay, so unfortunately, so you hit him, but do you have any other successes?
No, 1 success and 1 advantage.
Okay, so you have to have multiple successes to do more damage to him, and so you kind of just pissed him off. It just like shoots through his wing. How would you like to use the advantage?
Wait, is that the stun?
Yeah, I was on stun setting.
Yeah, he would still need to exceed his soak value to be able to do any type of damage to it. With only one damage, he's that's not going to break that. But I'll let you narratively describe what you would gain for an advantage, Val.
I don't know. Do I have it open for another shot, maybe to fire again?
Well, we would be rolling initiative for that, but I would say that I would say like at least you hit him in the wing and he flutters around and turns around. You might give pause for 2 other people to do something.
Okay.
Or speak, or I mean, right now this thing got shot out of nowhere. So
yeah, I'm kind of just doing this off impulse from what my party told me here because I don't really know who this guy is.
Excuse me, sir. That was a warning.
So his long beak nose as he turns around, he looks at you, and then he's like, "Who are you?"
That's unimportant currently, but if you could come over here, we would like to ask you a few questions.
And he's like fluttering backwards as he's like saying, "Who are you?"
Oh, I wouldn't go that way. There's 2 more waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make a deception roll for that. You're trying to lie to him?
Oh, always.
No, I was thinking I was just going to rush him and try to stop him from getting away.
Well, you can do that while I'm distracting him.
Yep.
Wait, so what am I rolling? Charm or coercion?
Yeah, we had this one last time. I feel like there's like,
deception, right?
Yeah, well, there's not a deception one. It's interesting.
Well, that would be coercion, right?
Yeah.
Coercion, deception?
Yeah, go.
Wait. You guys don't see deception on your sheet?
Oh, I have deception. It's a cunning skill.
It's a cunning skill, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't have it on the sample sheet in the back of the book. You guys are going off of this game had 2 other games after this one. Edge of the Empire, and then 2 other ones. So when I'm just looking at the basic character sheet, it doesn't have that one. But yeah, go ahead and roll. I would rather have you do the actual deception one.
Okay, so that's 2. That's my ability. That's 2 greens. Because I don't have any extra dice in that.
Yeah, so you'll take the. You don't have any skill points in deception.
Correct.
Okay, so you're going to take its relative characteristic, and that's going to be your dice.
But I'm not really. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let's roll. Oh wait, what was I rolling against?
Well, let's say for this one, it's we'll say it's an easy check. I mean, he doesn't know you. He doesn't have really any. He wouldn't know if you had more people there or not.
That's fine. That's the purple ones. Yes, difficulty. Okay. Ooh, I got 3 advantages and a failure. So I'm gonna say, can my advantage be that I've distracted him enough? Like, he doesn't believe me. He's still moving backwards, but I've distracted him enough so that David can have an advantage dice on his trying to tackle him.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, that's the blue. A boost. I'm sorry, a boost dice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna learn the names. That's my goal today.
So he is distracted, but he's like, no, not 2. There's one other one. I've seen you. And then as he's saying that, Bunt, what would you like to do?
So I want to rush up and try to grab him so we can have a little chat.
Okay. To try to grapple him, really what it is just a brawl attack. So this game doesn't have like grappling rules per se. And so in this case, you're going to do a normal brawl attack. And because of his size, I'm going to say this is an easy check. Especially because you did just get kind of startled by Norgar's shot and now this kind of argument that they're having. But go ahead and make that check.
All right, I got 4 successes and 1 threat.
All right, so you can actually take his. You have 4 successes, so I didn't pull up Itrodarian stats out the book, but I'm going to say his soak is not any more than 2. So you can actually do 2 damage to him, but with a grapple, you can actually do it as strain to him. So it's not actual physical damage to him. It's like you can do strain damage to him.
Yeah, we do the strain damage, just kind of hold him in place.
Okay, so you're like, I would imagine you like grab him out of the air, hold down his wings.
Just kind of hold him there front.
So the threat is that he starts screaming bloody murder in this alleyway. He's like, help! Help! Daryl! Help!
Oh, good. He works for Daryl.
Trying to see if we can knock him out and take him somewhere quiet.
What do you guys want to do?
Can I bonk him can I attack him while he's being held by Bunt?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah. Okay. Are you going to just do unarmed, or are you hitting him with a melee weapon?
Yeah, well, I do have some brass knuckles.
Just give him
oh boy,
that might zonk him out. So yeah, I'll swing him with my brass knuckles.
God.
Oh wow! So Val's like walking up, like piecing up the brass knuckles. He's gonna do this clone trooper style. All right, go ahead and add a boost dice for that, since Bunt's holding onto him. You got a pretty easy target here.
So it's my brawl is.
But this is this would be like physical damage because this is a melee attack. So
yeah. Well, no, it's a brawl. It's a brawl attack.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a melee if you hit him with
you hit
him with the weapon.
No, but the brass knuckles, and it says the skill is brawl for brass knuckles. Like the item itself in the book says brawl. Because I have like a combat knife, which it says the skill there is melee.
Oh, okay.
So there's a difference.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 difficulty dice?
Yeah, and you're also getting yourself a boost dice.
And a boost. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Success, 2 successes, and even on threats and advantages.
All right, so you're going to do an additional strain to him.
And with the effect of the brass knuckles, it says +1 damage, 4 crit, disorient 3. I don't know what
okay. Yeah. So you would need to crit with that for that to cause that. So a crit would be you would need that many advantages to equal that value. So say you have a weapon that's a crit 3, you would need to have 3 advantages on the positive side to basically make that crit. And that would be assuming that the damage you did do beat their soak value. So you have to actually do damage, and then you have to have enough advantages that meet that critical rating, and then we would roll on the crit chart, and that more bad stuff would happen to him. But as you walk up and put on the brass knuckles, and as Bunt's holding him, and you basically sock him in the mouth, that's going to get him. That's going to get him to shut up. So, what do you guys want to do with him?
Well, there you go. Now you can talk to him. Take off the brass knuckles.
Brutal.
Friend. We despite my co-workers' relative aggressiveness here, we are not trying to hurt you, but it seems that you took a particular interest in us as we were sitting there outside the bar. Perhaps we could have a small conversation.
And he's like squirming. He's like, you, this isn't hurting me. And then he's like, the blood's kind of running down his corner of his mouth.
Well, you see, the thing is, friend, you can talk to this guy here, or you can talk to me. So it's up to you.
So his eyes kind of get wide at that. So, what do you want?
Well, first off, what particular interest do you have with us as you are standing outside the bar there?
Well, you're new.
Yes, but I noticed that you called for your friend Daryl. Wouldn't this be Daryl Blunt by any chance?
Oh, no. I was calling Doro.
No, that is not what we heard. I am a drawl, and I understand and remember everything that comes my way. You said Daryl.
Are you going to let me go?
Do I have to have him punch you again?
No. Yes.
We'd like to have a conversation with your friend Daryl as well. So, do you have a Calmly contact? Perhaps you can give him a little call, and we'd like to have a little conversation with him. He's already walked out on us once, and well, maybe if you had an introduction, perhaps we could have a better conversation with him.
No comlink.
Perhaps you know where he is at. He must be nearby if you thought calling out to him would bring him.
Well, you could do your worst, because he'll do worse to me.
All right, Val. Punch him again.
You don't need. We're not gonna waste the time with rolling these. If you want to punch him and knock him out, it's this is not gonna. You don't keep rolling for that. So you got a stationary target.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get anything out of this guy.
But you do know where the warehouse is. Orc has told you that. He's already told Bunt that. So
I knew. Knock him out, and we'll search him when we're done.
All right, I'll give him a good punch.
Okay. So
we're without the brass knuckles. I don't want to.
All right, so you knocked this outnumbered, outsized Tordarian out cold, and you guys are searching his belongings.
Yes.
Okay.
Does he have ID?
He doesn't have any ID.
Credit chips?
He doesn't. He doesn't have. He just has a few credits on him. Let's say about 8 credits on him.
All right. Shall we keep going to this warehouse that we're looking at?
What are we gonna do there, guys?
We're looking for the R4 unit.
Are we just going to walk in and ask him where the R4 unit is?
Well, I already tried that in the bar. You weren't there for that. You had already been kicked out. But I took the head that I had in my basket or in my bag and went up and showed it to him and tried to ask him where the R4 unit was. That did not go over well. Yes.
Yeah, I think we need to case the place first and see if there's a way that we can avoid conflict.
You can always boost me in through the window.
All right, so yeah, let's go to the warehouse then.
Okay, so when you go to the warehouse, so now we can decide what you guys are telling Orc to do. Because as you approach, Orc is outside. Orc is giving you directions how to get there.
Can we send him up on the roof and just have him watch over while we case the building?
Sure.
Or did he already, did you have any intel on the building since he's been here?
Yeah. So he did that last session. He had spent some time actually looking at the entrances, exits. So it looks like the building has 3 windows that are they're above eye level. So almost like the whole building's 1 story, but it's more like a warehouse. And so the 3 windows are about 8 to 9 feet up, and they're spaced about 6 feet apart. There is there's one entrance that's a single door that enters from the alleyway that you're in, And then orcs also told you that they have a roll-up door that's on the other side, the opposite side of you, that seems to be like the, since it's a warehouse, would be the departing and receiving area. And that's really all the entrances that that it has. So it only has 2 entrances, and then it has those 3 windows.
Did you see anybody coming and going while you were in there? Any deliveries that were made or anything like that?
Yeah, and he just tells you he just knows that the 3 people are inside. He hasn't seen anybody else go inside, but if there was anybody else inside, he doesn't know.
Val, do you think we could hijack a delivery truck and maybe or a delivery speeder and try to go in that way?
How do you mean? I don't follow.
Like we drive up with a delivery and we make our way inside.
You think they'll go for it?
I don't think they're expecting a delivery. They probably wouldn't go for it.
Well,
Why don't we just sneak in?
Yeah, okay, at least boost Norgar up and see if you can see inside the windows.
It's always boost Norgar, isn't it? Norgar will fit. Norgar's small enough to get in the hole.
Come here, little guy. Come here, little guy. I'll pick him up under his arms like a toddler.
Okay. All right.
All right, so am I standing on Val's shoulders?
Yeah, to set the scene, because it's about 9 feet up, I imagine Val's, clone troopers are all the same height. Like 6 feet? 6 feet about. Yeah. And then Norgar, you said you're what?
Meters. We're in meters here.
Okay. So, and then Norgar's, I imagine you're not, and if we're talking about, feet, you're not much more than 3 or 4, like 4 feet tall. 3 or 4 feet tall.
3, yeah.
It's like, you're balancing Norgard, and it's like he's like just like trying to get his eyes up to look. But you're just able to make it. But so Norgard, the glass is a little dusty. It's sure. Not you're not getting a clean look. But it appears that you see the same 3 individuals that you saw in the cantina, and it seems like they're rummaging around in equipment.
And that's a Weequay and 2 humans, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like it seems like they're testing firearms, testing weapons, basically, and it looks like they're trying to put together some type of armament.
So I'm gonna scramble back down. So, fellas, it's not looking good for us. It looks like they're assembling some sort of large repeating blaster. Could be a E-web, I'm not entirely sure. It was hard to see through the dust, but there is a large crate, and they are currently assembling it. So either we strike while the iron is hot, or we run for our lives.
Was that backpack? Could we get to it without them noticing? Can we get into the door and...
No, the backpack's right. It's right next to him, just on a table.
On the ground, but no one was holding it. But they're congregating in the general area.
And did you see
only the backpack? I didn't see the R4 unit.
But again, it is a warehouse, and your attention is mainly focused on. And again, you're like peeking up like this,
and
so
it's a little tiny window. You saw me. I could barely even get over. So we don't have much time if we are going to go in. There are 3 of them, and there are 3 of us. The math is not taking into account the size of the variables, but the math seems to be about equal on either side until they build that weapon or assemble whatever they're doing.
So were they away from the door?
Yeah.
They were in an open area in the middle of the room.
So we could get into the building without them knowing?
Well, I'm sure the door is alarmed.
They're actually more toward the roll-up door.
Oh, fine. Yeah. The DM knows more than me.
I think we should go in there, guys.
Yeah, I think we try the door.
Yeah.
But do we want to try any sort of subterfuge? Should I go knock on the other door and perhaps distract them?
It seems they're already distracted, trying to put together that weapon.
Okay.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
I'm going to pull out my P-shirt.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a good time to describe it. You guys are pulling out your weapons.
Yeah, I'll have my pistol out.
Okay. So you got What is that like? What type of pistol?
Light blaster pistol.
Light blaster. Okay. What about you, Val?
Yeah, same. I'm pulling out my blaster as well.
Okay. So Norgar, you can at least give them the intel of where they were in relation to the door.
Yeah, so they were next to they were closer to the roll-up door. There's some boxes between us and them that we can perhaps sneak around and use as cover. They are all centered in one unit, so flanking fire is the best, right? Distraction.
Do we know what's in that guy's backpack?
The backpack. It's not transparent.
Okay. Well, obviously. Do you guys have any inkling of what might be in there?
No.
Let's try and get that backpack then, I guess.
Do we need to find the R4 unit, right?
Or maybe he's deconstructed at this point. It's just a chip or something.
Oh, that's a possibility.
And it could be in that backpack. Let's go, guys. So we're gonna hustle around to the door.
Okay. So the door is actually just it's just off to your right. You have the 3 windows up above, and the door is right there. So who's going first?
I can go first. I'm pretty stealthy. I've got 3 green on stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, he's.
What's what you guys? Do you guys have better stealth?
No, you're the muscle. We're sending you in first.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, the 1 meter tall man who's already climbed into a window is not going in first.
Alrighty.
All right.
Yeah.
So you try the handle.
Difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
so it opens up. So it's like you're opening up, and it's like he's expected to be locked, but it's actually wide open.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and make that stealth check. Describe what you're doing. Are you trying to find a good spot to hide, to eavesdrop on them, or?
Yeah, I'll probably just kind of hug a wall and maybe try and find a spot behind some boxes.
Okay.
And just kind of get a sense of what they're doing first and how often they're maybe moving around, how often they're, looking over their shoulder or whatever. And if they're not, then I'm going to make a run for the bag. I'm going to try and identify the bag or see where the bag is at. And then if there's an R4 unit anywhere too.
Okay. And then while you're doing that, are the other 2 of you sneaking in behind him, or are you waiting for him to communicate?
Oh, no, I'm definitely following him because I have no boundaries. So,
okay.
Yeah, I thought I'll sneak in too.
Okay.
I'm literally going to be like behind his knees. Like if he walks backwards, he's going to trip over me.
Okay. So we're each going to have you guys do some stealth rolls, but let's start with Val because you're first in.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and make this at an easy check just because they're clearly not expecting you.
Yeah. Oops. Even result and 1 advantage.
Okay, but no success, right?
No success.
Okay, so you realize as you open the door, it does creak, and then as you are stepping, you realize that you're kind of heavy-footed. There's kind of debris on the ground. There's it seems like there's not like a smooth surface that you're able to sneak. At that moment, I don't know if that gives you pause for this plan of action, but it doesn't look like you're going to successfully be able to sneak in there and eavesdrop the way you planned. That's what you notice the second you open the door and the second you take a step.
Then it's just kind of like the floor is littered with
debris
and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's littered with. Looks like these guys are pigs. Like they eat and throw the wrappers everywhere. Yeah, and the door is it's not oiled or anything like that. So I wouldn't say you open the door like, but you would notice when you open it like it's if you shoving it more like wider for so to speak, it would be distracting.
Okay, so when I get a look at the floor, I'm gonna maybe move back toward the door a little bit and say to these guys, it's a mess in there. I don't know that we can sneak around in there. It's just junk all over the floor.
Perhaps if one of us provided some sort of distraction, I could just walk right up to him. I've already done it once. I said, "Oh, I followed you over here."
Yeah, if they knocks on the rolling door and they open that, that'll make a lot of noise and give us a chance to sneak in.
Okay, I like that idea. I think at this point we need the distraction. because I'm not gonna be able to sneak around in there. So.
All right, I'm going to go around the building and knock as hard as I can on the door.
Okay. Yeah, so imagine you're calling up the orc saying, "Hey, watch my six. I'm going through the alleyway or whatever."
Yeah.
And so he's up there. He's looking at you. He's like waves at you, and Norgard, you walk through the closest alleyway that orc tells you is the easiest way to get to the front. And then there's a big roll up door right there. This alleyway seems to be a little bit larger, probably because this is a delivery area. So you just found. Do I
notice? Should I make a perception roll? Do I notice anything?
No. I mean, it's. Okay. This warehouse is just smacked out in the middle of other warehouses.
Yeah.
Okay. It's indistinct. There's nothing special about it.
Not too quiet outside. It's not too noisy outside.
It's just a normal bustle of basically daily spaceport life is happening around you. No one's taking much notice of that.
So I'm going to bang on the door and go, excuse me, Mr. Darrow. Mr. Darrow, are you in there?
Okay, and then so Val, you hear like a startle, like, well, what? Like we're not expecting visitors. Darrow, they're calling for you. These are the voices that you hear. And then so Darrow's like, he just calls to the door to you, Norgard, and he's like, what do you want? Who is it?
Mr. Darrow, we met earlier. I was inquiring about the R4 unit that you might have. We have some clients who are interested in acquiring some of the data that's on this R4. I mean, I do know that you have probably some other buyers already, but I was wondering if we could talk anyways.
And then so, Val, you still have the door open, like you're listening in?
Kind of. I think I'm probably like positioned a little bit behind it, maybe, so that I can just kind of like peek in and see them. But I'm not going into the room. I'm just kind of staying close to the threshold of the door.
So from where you're at, Val, to where the rolling door is, it's about 30 yards.
Okay.
So there's some distance there, but you can still hear. But you can see through the door that there's crates and stuff that's in the way. You would have to go in to kind of like peek around to see what they're actually doing. Are you doing that, or you just listening? You can hear Norgard's muffled voice basically from where you're at.
I guess if they're talking, then I'm going to try and make my move when they're talking to each other, talking to Norgi.
Okay. So Val, you just enter the room. I imagine you're behind a crate or one of the obstructions, and then you're listening to them. Talk to Norgard. So one of them. This is right after Norgard said, we met earlier. I was inquiring about the R4 unit, and so you hear them kind of snicker, like wow, look at our luck. They came to us. And then Bunt, what do you want to do? Are you following Val?
I think I'm a little afraid of the floor, so I'm going to stay back by the door.
Okay.
And just watch.
Okay. And so the Darrow actually speaks to you, Norgard. You just recognize the voice because you talked to him earlier.
Watch his back.
Yeah, and so he just says, you stay right where you are. We're gonna roll up the door and meet you.
Yes. Your friend the Toydarian was very, very helpful in finding you. So if you see him on the streets, you can thank him for us.
So Norgard's continuing just talking, and it looks like one of them's about to go. Val, you see one of them look like they're about to go to the pull-up chain to like pull open the door. So what do you want to do?
Where's the backpack in the room?
It's so their area where they're at almost looks like a little lounge area. So the warehouse looks like a warehouse. Like it has storage, it has crates, it has like boxes of stuff, debris, and then in one corner, which is where they're at, it looks like it's a haphazardly thrown together lounge area. There's a couple sofas that are shoved together in an L shape. There's like a circular little, knee-high table that's right there. Like maybe you can play cards or eat off of. And the backpack is just sitting right there in the center of that little table.
Is there anything back in the alley that I can like scramble up onto or behind now that they're coming to open the door?
Yeah, you could go even the way you came. Go right back down the alleyway you came to get to this side.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna go do that. Like, so I'm just a little bit back as they're coming to open the door.
Okay.
Because he did tell me to wait, and I'm not gonna wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to post up behind a crate and just pull out my blaster and just kind of like train it on one of them. So the one who's opening the door, I guess, or maybe if I don't know if all three approach, then I'll just kind of like just try and draw bead on him.
Okay, so you kind of peek out and you can see that there are three of them. So there's not any more in here. There's three, and then you hear Darrow say, "Hey, hey, you should probably get on that comm. We should probably get the other cell group here with us." That's what he says to his partner, basically.
The one that's not opening the door.
He says that too. So the one opening the door is actually the weak eye, and so he says to his partner, he's like, "Spur, yeah, you should probably get on that comm link. We got to get the other two here." And so Spur's like, "You want me to do that right now, Darrow? We can just take care of him first." And then Darrow goes back to him. He's like, "Are you going to sit there and argue with me?" And then he's like, "No, Darrow, you're the boss. You're the boss." And then he says, "Gut, open the door." And Gut is the weak eye. And so Gut starts to pull up the chain, makes a really loud noise as he's pulling it up. So this is for Val and Bunt. I'll turn it over to you. There's enough noise here that they're not listening to you.
I think that's my chance to get in. It's all the noise from the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and lock eyes with Bunt when you come in, and I'll try and like direct your attention to the backpack and kind of like motion for you to go get it if you can.
Okay.
so the back just so
really interested in this backpack.
Well, I was going to say you have the rolling door. You have the right next to them is the couches with the backpack on the table, like literally like maybe 6 feet from them. Right behind them.
So they're right there.
Yeah, okay. It's right there. So there would be no way for you to run in and grab a backpack without them turning around and engaging you. So
then never mind. I would not. Yeah,
okay, yeah, and I should have just set that up more so you know what we're talking about. But
and we don't see the droid. And nobody sees the droid.
You don't see him in that area. Your attention is on those three. The warehouse is it's a good maybe 30 yards by 50 yards long, so you're only looking at across it. So yeah, but at this point you don't see it yet.
Yeah. So if there's a safe path for the boxes, then I would want to go explore and see what their case the rest of the place. Make sure nobody else is there.
Okay.
And see what else there is to see.
All right, and then Val, what are you doing?
I'm just, I guess, still drawing a bead on those guys with my blaster, ready to shoot them if they.
Okay, so we'll consider that if the combat does ensue, that you already have like the aim action already loaded.
Nice.
That this is like you're maneuvering for that, even though we're not in combat.
Right.
Norgar, what are you doing? Do you hear the rolling doors roll up?
I hear the roll up door, so I'm gonna kind of like peek out the wall, like like if there's a wall parallel with the roll up door, right? I'm like at the corner of it, and I got my blaster out.
Okay.
Does he have a mini blaster or is his blaster regular size?
Oh, he has a P blaster because he can't hold anything else, okay? So just leave me alone.
Okay, so that door is it's rolling all the way up, and then Spur, he's the one he's actually the backup Gut, Gut is the
weak eye, yeah.
Gut Guro is the weak eye. And so he rolls it up and then he just like looks out and he's like, "Darrow, I don't see anybody." Bunt, go ahead and make a perception check as you are kind of sneaking through this warehouse. You can do it as an easy check.
Let's see. Perception takes cunning. So I have 3 and 1 purple for difficulty.
Yeah. Do you have any skill in perception?
No.
Okay, so it's just 3 green and 1 purple.
Yeah. So I got 2 successes and an advantage.
Nice. So you see over in the corner, off to the left from where the 3 cell members are, you see that there is an R4 unit that it appears to be powered off, and with that advantage, you see that he has a restraining bolt on him, but he's connected to some type of computer.
So that a restraining bolt I can just take off, or is it like, do I need the key for that, or?
There's like a tool thing you have.
There's a tool that does it. There's also you can do mechanics checks to do it, but that's you risk damaging it if you don't do it correctly. But there's a tool that removes it automatically. But you do know, so you do notice that R4 unit is indeed here in the warehouse. And then you hear more voices, and Darrow says to Gutgirl, he's like, "Go out and find the little lad." And that's when Norgar, you see clearly the weak guy with a blaster in his hand, and turn and look one way, and then start to turn to look your way.
I'm going to shoot him.
All right, and then Val, what are you doing in the meantime?
Who do I have a shot on? Spur or Darrow? Can I see?
Either one.
Or either one?
Yeah.
Well, Spur's the one with the comm link. Don't you want to shoot him? I'm not metagaming.
I mean, do I notice his comm link?
Well, he just said he was going to call him. Weren't you a part of that conversation?
Yeah. Well, you overheard Darrow say, "Hey, call the other two."
Val probably wouldn't put that together.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
I'll shoot Spur.
Okay. So let's do it. You guys will shoot simultaneously, and then after that, we'll actually roll initiative. But I'm going to give this. I'm going to give you a free shot for these.
Yeah.
So Norgar, go ahead and do that. It's with the range you're at. It's an easy check. So you would do your ranged weapon check with at an easy difficulty.
Okay. So I have 2 yellows and 1 green in my ranged, and then an easy difficulty would be
just one difficulty dice.
I got 1 success.
Okay, you got 1 success.
I did. And where does the damage and the crit come in for the blaster itself?
So the damage comes in that you have to actually beat his soak value.
Oh, okay.
To actually do any type of damage.
Okay.
Yes, you got to beat that first with the damage for it to actually harm him physically. You know.
Gotcha. Okay, sure.
And then the crit comes in that if you have enough advantages, the advantage symbols equal to that. If you've at least done 1 damage to him, like where you've gotten through his soak value, then you're able to you're able to roll in the crit table for that.
But what I hear you saying is I dinged him and pissed him off.
Pretty much. Yeah, you kind of like just shot him like it grazed off his shoulder. You did hit him though. And then Val, you can go ahead and do yours as well.
Okay. What about that force dice? What's that pool that we have? Don't we have like 1?
You do.
Right side. Can I use?
Yeah, I thought we had 1.
What can I use that for?
You can upgrade your dice. So you can upgrade one of your dice to a yellow.
I'll let someone else use that. I'm pretty good with my blaster, so
yeah, because it's 1 to 4 right now, right?
1 to 4.
Yeah, 1 light side and 4 dark side.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I'll get to use mine real soon.
So Jonathan, am I at close range with these guys?
Yes.
Okay. So then I'm gonna I have an ability called Point Blank. It says add 1 damage per rank of Point Blank, so 1 to damage.
Oh no, you're.
I got hit first.
You're at short range, not close range. Close range would be range is where you need to be at to do. It's basically with a motion you could get right in front of their face. That's what short. Okay. That's what close range is. You're at a short range.
Okay. So I'll just shoot.
Okay.
How many difficulty dice?
It's just 1. The short range is an easy check.
Okay. And do I get any advantages for aiming?
Yes, you get. That's a good one. Let me check that out. I think it's a 1 blue dice.
1 blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think I saw something that you aimed for 2 turns. You can get 2 dice.
I was not aiming. I was just scared.
You just shot. Yeah, you just shot from the hip. You did hit him, so good. You know. But,
oh, yee!
Yeah. So the aim action is. That's one of your. That's what we call the maneuvers, and that's gonna gain 1 on your next combat check, and then if you had said 2 consecutive maneuvers aiming, you would get 2.
Okay, so just 1.
Yeah, just 1.
Okay. 3 successes, even on threat, and advantage. So no threat or advantage, but 3 successes.
All right, 3 successes. So you were shooting at Darrow?
Spur.
Oh, Spur. Okay. Right. So yeah, you hit him like right in the back, and then it's like it's smoking right on like right between his shoulders. That looks like he has some type of clothing on that's preventing some of that from just dealing it right to his skin. But he's just like cries out in pain. And then
does he do the scorpion when he falls to the floor?
Yeah, and then so now we're actually going to roll for initiative. This will be our first time doing this. So initiative check is you guys are going to do because you are ready for the combat. You're not. This isn't happening surprising to you. You're actually doing a cool check, and this is a simple check. Simple means there's no difficulty dice added. It's straight up what you have for that skill. Because they got surprised where they weren't expecting a combat, they do their initiative check as a vigilance check. So my NPCs over here have to have the vigilance skill to be able to be effective at that check. So go ahead and make a cool check, the three of you, and I'll do the checks for
COO.
COO, yeah, cool check.
I got a success and an advantage.
Okay.
I've got a success and 3 advantages.
Okay.
And I've got 1 success, 1 advantage.
All right, so you guys all succeeded. I'm just getting to their stats.
Does Trevor get to roll? Can he see inside? Probably not, right?
No, he's on the roof. That's not gonna.
But if I run down the alley towards him, right?
This actually changed the fact that because you got the drop on them, they have to use vigilance, which is for them is not as high as if they got the other one. So let me roll for them. All right. So the way that the way this works is so Darrow is going to go first. He got more successes than the rest of you. He got 3. Well, actually, it's not necessarily Darrow. The way the initiative works in this game is that. Basically, when you win like that initiative spot, you have that for your party. So the way this goes is it's going to be turn wise. There's 6 of you. So the way the initiative played out, it goes enemy, which is them. They choose whichever one of their players they want to go for that round, and then it's going to be PC, and PC, the 3 of you, in whatever order you want, and then it's going to go enemy. So that's going to be the initiative order for this combat. And so combat in this game is not about it's not like other role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, for example, where you're just kind of trying to chip down the hit points to the very end. It's more of a narrative focus. Yes, you do need to get the successes and do some damage if you're trying to sway the battle toward your side, obviously. Like no pea shooters doing 1 damage a turn, but sorry, Adam. But narratively, though, when you roll these advantages and such, you can use them to kind of to boost the results that you got on your dice rolls. But it's more importantly that you're describing what you want to happen narratively as you take your turn, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna have Darrow go first, and so he turns around as it looks at that shot, and he sees you, Val, and then. But in fact, he's not in this turn though. He is not armed. He has to spend his. He's actually going to use, instead of doing an action, he's going to use 2 maneuvers. 1 to move over to his backpack, and 2 when he gets to his backpack, he's going to pull out. He pulls out it looks like some type of modified blaster pistol that he pulls out, and then he just has this he has this look in his eyes as he's looking at you, and then he's just like. Spur, get up and get him. And then that's going to be his turn. And then we have a PC turn.
What do you guys think?
So I'm over by the droid. I don't even know if I can see anything.
Well, you heard the commotion, so you can totally engage in this combat, David.
I mean, we're all taking a turn right after each other too, so I guess it doesn't really matter who goes first.
Yeah, I think the first thing I want to do is unplug the droid from the whatever computer it's plugged into before I run away. I'm not going to be able to get it out of the restraining bolt right away, but I can unplug it from the computer.
Okay, so you're going to take your turn to maneuver over them, and so your action would be actually would be engaging with that. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
So as you approach him, he looks like his power is totally turned off. and then as you approach the computer, it says something to the effect, because you're looking at it very quickly, like upload status complete. Or download status complete, something to that effect, as you're quickly looking at it. But that would be your turn to do that.
Okay.
So then, Norgar, we have you outside, and so that you can that weak guy looks shocked, and he's like he's turning towards you now because you just shot him, but you have another opportunity.
And how far? I mean, how far would you say he is from me? Not too far, yes.
No, he's only he's just a few feet.
Couple meters.
Yeah.
All right. I think discretion is the better part of valor, and I'm going to start running down the path that I came from.
Okay, you're just running away.
Oh, yeah, I'm running down I'm running. I'm sure he's going to hear me, but I'm going to run and hopefully get somewhere where I can't remember the name of
Orc.
Trevor's Orc. Yes,
yeah.
Orc. Where Orc can take a shot at him as well. So some sort of surprise as he's running.
Okay, that's a good one too. Since he's in here, I'll put him at the end here.
Do you want me to roll in athletics or something, or
no? You use your maneuvers basically. So you get one maneuver and then one action, and you can always take a second maneuver.
I will take two maneuvers.
Okay, so you're basically using you're doing that to increase the distance from you and the other person. So he would on his turn would have to do the same thing to maintain the same distance. Or he would have to go ahead and take his shot at a further distance, basically.
Well, he's going to have to move no matter what.
Yeah.
If I've gone down the street, he can't see me yet until he comes down.
Are you running down the street, or you're running back down the alleyway toward
back down the alley toward
the other door? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's a PC turn. So we got next PC, which would be you, Val.
Yep. So can I attack and perform a maneuver?
So in the game,
the other?
You can do one free maneuver on your turn, and you can perform a second maneuver by voluntarily suffering 2 points of strain. Except for that's if you want to do two things that are considered maneuvers. So one of the actions you can take is to exchange an action for a maneuver, which is what Norgar was doing and what basically what Blunt was doing. So that's how he did. I didn't have him take 2 strain, but you can do 2 maneuvers and still do your action if you want to take 2 strain. A maneuver would be like aiming would be a maneuver. Okay. Assisting somebody else, which is giving them a blue dice, which is really what I'm going to have Orc do on that extra turn, is just assisting. Okay. So like in this case, I'm probably going to give a setback dice to the person that's following Norgar. That's what Orc can shoot from the top or something like that. So
and you can do like a hold action, right, for a maneuver as well. Like you can wait until someone pops up on their turn and. Right? Can't you do something like that?
I didn't see that in this one.
I'm on page 200. It talks about maneuvers outside of a character's turn.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. I was just reading through. I have a lot of bookmarks now on this document.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do a maneuver on somebody else's turn, but I don't think that means you can do an action. So that's different.
Okay.
That's different than other games where you would say I'm holding my shooting action until they pop up.
Yeah.
So.
But we're doing the narrative part anyways, right? So that's kind of gotcha.
What's my cover look like right now, Jonathan? Am I behind some cover? I kind of figured I was behind some crates at least.
Yeah, you're behind some crates. So that's gonna add a defense 1 rating, which is gonna give him a setback dice as he shoots at you.
Okay. And does Spur have his blaster drawn as well?
Spur does not.
Okay, so he's going to need an action to pull that out.
Mm-hmm. He's going to need a maneuver to get to it, and then exchange the maneuver for an action to.
Is Spur on the ground after getting shot in the back, or just taking a couple?
He's not prone. He's just like stumbled forward. Yeah. So he's not prone on the ground or anything like that. It's more like this is all happening like super fast.
So if I get a free maneuver, then can I aim and then fire?
Yeah, you can aim. Yeah, because if you're not going to use it to move anywhere, you can do a maneuver. One maneuver is aiming. If you want to do an aim, if you want to take 2 strain, you can use a second maneuver to give you another boost dice to be 2 boost dice as you're aiming.
Yeah, I don't think so because I've got use for my other strain.
Okay.
I've got other things I want to use it for. Okay, so what's the difficulty at?
Just one. It's an easy check because you're in short range.
Cool. All right, let's roll it. 3 successes, and I got one of those Jedi symbols too. I don't know what that means. And then I have 1 threat.
Okay, so the Jedi symbol, which is the trying to remember the names here. Adam, you got to memorize yet?
Not yet.
Me neither.
Sorry.
Triumph. It's a triumph. It's a triumph.
Yeah.
So you can with that triumph, Val, you can do it can be an automatic critical hit. It can be you can up. There's a few different things you can do. Probably the most effective one is the automatic critical hit, but it's up to you.
That. Yeah, let's do the automatic crit.
Okay. So what was your total successes?
3.
All right, so you did that automatically counts. The triumph also counts as a success automatically, like it counts as 1 success, and so 1 symbol of a success.
I'm sorry. Wait, what's the symbol on the difficulty dice? It looks like a triangle, kind of like an upside down triangle.
That's the despair.
Oh, okay. So then the despair offsets with the triumph, correct?
Yes. Oh, you rolled a despair.
Oh, okay. So I rolled a despair then too. Yeah. So that.
Oh, okay.
So it's not.
No, actually, no. They don't cancel each other. They happen. That's the one dice that don't cancel each other. They happen regardless.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Advantages and disadvantages happen.
Yeah.
Then I got both. I got 1 of each. 1 triumph, 1 despair.
Okay, so you get a critical hit, but you have this sinking feeling as you realize that your gun has just ran out of ammunition. That's the despair. But you got a critical hit, so you aimed and went, and you realize the gun goes like it's like what the like it didn't. But before you get those negative effects from that, you did get a critical hit, and so let's go to the critical hit table here. So first for lots of things. So go ahead and roll a D100.
D100. Where do I do that? let me get some
the 2 10-sided dice.
Hold on, let me get some dice.
No problem.
All right, I rolled a 56.
56. All right, so. All right, so he got an agonizing wound.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, so he screams out in pain as you shoot at him. So just so you know what an agonizing wound does is he increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1. So when he's ever trying to do any type of agility or any type of brawn checks, like fighting, he's going to be a very hard time for him to do that as he's crying out in pain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's...
You made him cry.
You made him cry.
So that's gonna remain with him. Like those stay with him until they get healed. And these can also happen to you. So it's the only bad part about that.
I thought you meant like for life.
No,
like it's just his thing now.
So the crit doesn't deal any additional damage. You just roll in the chart basically and see what the effect is.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's a crit damage with the gun that says like 4. That's if it
trigger.
Rolls a crit.
Yeah,
okay.
You're gonna roll a critical hit on the dice. Yeah.
So I don't understand still where the damage of 5 comes in. Is that just? You
basically have to roll successes to do multiple damage. Basically, like you have to roll several successes. But those the advantages can be used for those as well. So like when when you roll those advantage dice, and they basically give you aid as you're doing more things throughout the combat. I'll give you the page number here.
No, it's okay. I'm just so like the damage of the weapon itself doesn't seem to matter a lot, is what I'm asking. Does that make sense? So like my light blaster pistol has a damage of 5, but there's nowhere where I like roll that or look at that or compare that to anything.
Yeah, let me look at that again. All right, so Val, you hit him. You got that critical hit. And we are learning this game, but what is your weapon's damage though? We were actually just going off the dice rolls for how many. Those dice rolls are additional damage. All those extra successes, you're adding that onto your weapon strength damage. So what is your weapon damage? 6, and then you got 4 total successes after that.
Yeah, 3 successes and 1 triumph.
So you do 10 damage to him, and it's reduced by his soak, and so. Yeah, so you took off half of his hit points right on that agonizing wound, right with that shot. So he's got a reason that he's screaming out. Yeah, so he hits. That's your turn. So another enemy goes, and so let's see. We'll have Spur go, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a destiny. So you guys will gain a destiny back. So now it's 3. Well, three dark side, yeah, 3 to 2. So Spur, I'm gonna have Spur use a destiny. And what he's gonna do with it is this is his action. He's gonna take the strain to do 2 maneuvers to go and grab his gun, equip it, and then turn. And it is all kind of like out of desperation as he saw his boss get shot, and he's gonna turn and he's gonna fire that over at Val. Except with the destiny, I'm actually going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade that his pool basically. Let's get to his stats here. Luckily for you, Val, Spur is not the toughest one of the group, though.
Yeah. Take out.
So I was going for it first. Yep. Take out the ads.
Yeah, but
but
what he has in his hand is a heavy blaster pistol. So, which you don't want to get hit with, but we'll see what he does. All right.
That's a 7, right? For
Yeah,
damage.
it
Take
is.
that. Upgrade weapon tag.
Actually, yeah, he has heavy blasters. All right, so.
Yeah, what's your soak, Val?
4.
Mine's 2.
Yeah, I got that. I got that clone trooper laminate. So.
All right, here we go.
And then don't forget to give me cover too.
Yeah.
John, no,
So I'm adding it's a close range for him, or a short range, and then he's getting a black. Oh, you can't see it on screen. He's getting the setback dice for it as well.
We saw it. We saw it when you held it up.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
All right, good. So he gets 1 shot off, but he also rolled a despair. But he got 4 successes and 2 advantages though.
All right.
So he's going to do 11 damage to you. So you're going to reduce that by your soak.
Yeah, so that would be 7 wounds to me.
So he gets that shot off, but the same thing happens to him that happened to you. He gets that 1 good shot off, and then the thing runs out of ammunition, and he's looking at it. He just drops the gun. The other enemy is he does not go after Norgar. He hears all this firing happen behind him. And then he turns around and let's see. I'm just going to do a little DM roll here for. He says he actually sees Bunt over there by the droid, and in the confusion he just says, "Darrow, the droid." And then he just takes a wild shot over at you, Bunt. In this case, this is actually going to be a further range, and so I don't think this is going to succeed on a roll for him. He also got a despair as well. He did not succeed. Wow, I'm not rolling good for these guys.
Or you are.
Yeah.
Look at it.
So with this one, because the despair in this case, I'm going to use it here, is that he's so distracted with seeing his boss on the ground, and with with all this fire that's happening all of a sudden, that any of your characters that target him on the next round, you can automatically upgrade your difficulty. You can automatically upgrade your dice against them, so you can do 1 upgrade for free. So if you were rolling 3 green, one of those can be a yellow if you are targeting him. He's like an easy target. He's like deer in headlights, and that's one of the despair results that's in the core book. But we move to the so at the top we have Orc, and so all I'm doing for him is that he had a gun on anybody that was going to come out going after you, Norgar, which would either give you a boost if it was your action, or it's going to give the person a setback. But we are back at the top of the order, and so we have an enemy action here, and so we're gonna have we'll have Darrow go. I'm gonna use another destiny point here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do this one to this one. He's gonna upgrade his own pool as well, as he now turns his attention over towards so Val, he sees you behind cover. He gets distracted. He sees Bunt over there, and so he's going to take a shot over at Bunt.
How far away am I from him? Is that a long range or
I'm calling it like a one further band. I think in this game, like the difference between the range are like several yards.
Yeah, because there's only like 4 ranges.
Yeah, there's only 4 ranges.
Like long range, medium range, short range, and melee, basically.
Yeah, like
or
up close.
Melee.
Yeah, up close, or however you want to say it. Yeah. Let's double check that range right now, because I mean you're I would say you're at like the max range is like 50 yards, but as far as the ranges in this game goes, let's see, what's 50 yards? Is that short or is that short range? Is several meters. That they purposely in this game don't give you a distance because they don't want you to use a board and grid and minis. Medium range can be several dozen meters away.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking this would be medium range, several dozen meters, right? And then long range is further than a few dozen meters, you know?
Oh, further. Okay, yeah, several dozen. So medium range can be up to. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so this enemy is so Darrow's taking a shot over at you, Bunt, and he's at a medium range. Except he's going to use a Destiny dice to, in this case, he's going to upgrade his dice pool as he takes a shot at you. So you said, Norgar, are you keeping track of that Destiny pool?
I am. We're at 3-2 right now. Advantage us.
Advantage you guys, right? Yeah. So you guys can feel free to use those. So let me put together his dice pool.
Could he have used that to when he got hit for some sort of advantage?
The Destiny?
Yeah, when Val got hit, could he have used that?
So he could do it where he's if I wanted to, but he's in the middle of the combat. I'm not doing it right now, but he could say like he didn't have a stem pack on him, but all of a sudden he finds one in his pocket and just uses it real fast. I could use it that way too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but that's one way to use the Destiny is that you have this found item that I have this, just like you were.
The god of the machine, out of the machine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let me roll his dice full here, but this is going to be a pretty difficult check for him, but he gets to upgrade one of them. All right.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
No, he wants whammies. We want whammies for the bad guy. Right?
Sure.
We do, yeah. You guys want whammies for that. Let's see. He got one success. He just got everything else is canceling out. So he's gonna do with his gun. He does 7 damage to you, Bunt, and you're gonna reduce that by your soak.
Okay, I got a soak of 4, so I take 3.
All right, that's the enemy's turn. It goes back to PC.
Awesome. Do I notice that he stops chasing me down the streets? Like, do I need to make a perception roll for that?
Well, I think as you start running, you're like, and then you just like you don't really hear footsteps behind you.
Okay. All right. Then, do I see anything in the alleyway that could like some sort of power conduit or something that I could blast and turn the lights out in the building or something to distract them or anything like that? Or
not in the alleyway. I mean, that would be a secure. I don't think they would put that in the alleyway just for security. Yeah.
Okay, then I think I'm going to head back and peek around the corner again.
Okay.
Like if he's not following me.
Yeah, no, he's not. So you're going back to the other corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the roll-up door.
Okay. So you're going to use, are you going to use basically your turn to do a maneuver and then use your action to add another maneuver, like basically just moving twice?
That's basic. But I also hear the gunfire inside of there. Maybe I want to actually, is it possible to run up to the actual roll-up door and peek around? Would I take a strain for that?
No, you're at with where you're at. You're probably like in the middle where you can either run back around to the single door that you guys that Val came in, or you can sit there and go back to the double door. The advantage of going to the single door is you'd be behind cover. Double door would be right out in the middle of the fire. So.
That's true.
And then what was the damage? What was the damage of your little blaster? I'm gonna
5.
5. So you actually did. You did hit that. You hit.
But But I only had 1, so he had 5 damage basically. Right?
Yeah, you still got through for 1 damage though.
Yeah.
After I did his soak and everything, but we did because we forgot to add the damage from the weapon when you shot. So
copy that. Yeah, but I think if he didn't follow me, I think I'm thinking that I'll he got distracted by the people shooting inside, so I'm gonna run back the way I came.
Okay. And then same thing for Spur, because I'm backtracking here just a little bit because I know that your PC turns are going. Val, what was your weapon damage again?
6.
Okay, so he also he had actually taken
that first shot, right?
That first shot actually hit him for 5 damage that went through.
Okay.
So
so how much total damage have I done to him so far? With the 5, and then what was it?
Well, no, that was Spur. You shot Darrow too. You shot Spur first.
I haven't shot Darrow at all. I shot Spur both times.
I shot Daryl the second time.
No, you shot Darrow. You shot Darrow the second time with a crit.
Yeah.
Oh.
You said
yeah,
Daryl.
You said Darrow, so that's.
Oh, I did. Oh,
yeah.
I meant to go for Spur. I wanted to finish that guy.
Oh.
It's all right.
Okay, so it's a so Norgar, where did you end up at the end of your PC turn? Just because I want to make sure I know where you're at.
Yeah, so I ran to the edge of the double doors to kind of look in.
Okay. So you see a very surprised Gut, and then you see 2 people that are basically kind of, you can tell they're in pain. And you see across from you see a familiar face to you, the like a person that's ready to do battle, which is Val as he's sitting there.
Fantastic.
It's now another PC turn.
Want to go, Bunt?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at Dylan there.
Which one are you shooting at? So you have, I'd say the 2 enemies you can see easily would be the Weequai and would be Darrow.
I think Daryl, yeah, he's the one that just shot at me.
Yeah.
He's got a big, scary-looking gun, so I'm gonna try to shoot him.
Okay.
Oh, Daryl, I thought the Weequai shot at you.
They both did. Like the Weequai missed, but the Daryl actually hit me. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Buggers. Okay, so I'm gonna take my maneuver to aim.
Okay.
And then shoot with my light blaster, which is with the agility check. Oh wait, I have a ranged light. Yeah, agility. I have 1 rank in that, so I can upgrade 1 dice. Okay, then difficulty was 2.
Yeah, difficulty, you're at a medium range.
Let's see, so if I have an agility of 2, I can upgrade 1 dice. Yeah, that should be it. All right, I have 1 success and 2 advantages.
All right, so what's the
2
damage?
advantages? Can I hit him call the shot and hit him in the same spot that he got shot before?
I think a called shot is something different for this game, but you could.
I just wonder if I could use one of the called shot is different.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you could use one of the advantages to mimic a called shot.
Let's look. It's right there on.
At least you didn't run out of ammunition.
Like everybody else in this game.
Yeah, I think I did that wrong too. As I was looking at the dice thing, I was looking at the symbols wrong. But whatever, it narratively was fun. So
it was fun.
I realized that you cannot roll a despair unless you're rolling a red dice.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, is it a disadvantage? Is that what it is?
No, it's I'm looking at the triangle singles, but it's only a triangle inside a circle is the despair, and you're only able to roll that if you have a red dice. So Seth, it was the same thing for you. So Bunt, you have 2 advantages, so you can use those for a few things. You could add a boost dice, spend 1 of the advantages to add a boost dice to the next one of your friend's attacks. You could also do you can perform an immediate free maneuver right now. You can also add a black dice to their next attack, a setback dice. So that's what you can do with those advantages in this case. So in combat in this game, the advantages and the and the threats and all of those mechanically have actual rules for them. You know, whereas when we're doing skill checks out of combat, there's a little bit more narratively as far as what you can use those for. But in this case, there is like an actual way you can spend them.
Okay, so you said I could do a boost dice to the next roll.
Yeah, and you can describe what you did. So that could be you aimed at his hand and hit his hand, and say you're giving him a setback dice on his next attack. You could do it for like that could be the narrative thing you're saying. You know, that's kind of like a called shot, like what you were saying. But what do you want to do with those advantages?
Yeah, I think it would be distracted after getting shot by me and Val, and then if I can give it a boost dice to Val's next action.
Okay. All right. And so we have the next VC, which would be Val. Then you can take a boost dice, Val.
Wait,
so was there damage or?
Yeah. What was the damage of your weapon again?
So the damage on the light is 5, and then I had the 1 success, so 6 total.
Okay. Yeah. So Darrow is he's yelling out basically like you can read Val as you're going. He's like, "Sir, get on the comm," and then Spur's like holding his back still. He's like, and he just seems confused. But they seem to be almost caving. Their morale is almost caving here. You know, as you guys have done some heavy damage to him in these seconds. Val, what would you like to do?
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a maneuver. And I'm going to pull a stim pack from my pocket and pull it off and jam it into my leg.
Okay.
So that heals 5 wounds. And then I'm going to take 2 strain to do another maneuver. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that how that works? Okay.
Yep.
So then I'll smack the energy cell on my blaster and get that thing up and running again. And then so tell me a little bit about like what's the setup as I'm looking out, because I'm still kind of like behind these crates. So have they moved over to where where Darrow is?
They're just in the lounge area. You had Gut Garrow, the weak white, go get shot by Norgar. Heard all the shooting behind him because he didn't get hurt from Norgar's shot. Came back around, was totally confused on the situation that was going. He called out saying that someone's over at the R4 unit. By that point, you'd already pretty critically damaged their leader and also almost killed in one shot Spur. And so so that's the situation that you're seeing before you. You're seeing a beaten beaten party before you. Right now, Darrow seems to be wanting to call reinforcements, but the person he's trying to tell to call reinforcements is not in a position to really take that command and run with it.
All right, I guess I'll try and finish Spur. I'll shoot at him again.
Okay.
So I get a boost dice, 1 difficulty dice. Is that right?
Yep. And you're at a short range as the difficulty dice.
Okay. I think I'm good to go. All right. 2 successes, 1 triumph, and even on threat advantage.
Okay. So with the triumph, you could do something vital, such as like shooting the controls out of a nearby blast door to seal them shut, something like that narratively, if you'd like to. But in this case, your triumph, I'm not saying it's wasted, but you totally blast a hole right through Spur's chest. Do you want to say anything as you do this? This is kind of like a thematic moment before you take this shot. So, but go for it.
Oh, before I take the shot.
No, well, because you're going to kill him here. So,
yeah, okay.
I'm going to give this scene to you as far as what you're doing here. Is you're about to blast this dude right in the chest.
All right. So, I blast him in the chest and he falls over, and then I'll jump out from behind the crates and look at Darrow and just say, "I think you beat. Throw down your weapon." Does he have a weapon in his hand?
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, so I'll tell him to throw down his weapon and point my blaster at him.
Okay. So the weak Y just throws his weapon down and starts running as he sees Spur just like get shot and flop down to the ground, you know? And then Darrow just puts up his hands and then drops his weapon and holds him up.
Sweet.
And then the weak Y has just run off.
Where is he running to? Like, is he running towards me?
He's running. No, he went through the roll-up doors back out. And he's basically running off to the left as he runs down the alley. So
okay. So are we out of?
Yeah, you guys are out of combat.
What it looks like?
Yeah, you're out of combat as far as initiative goes.
Mr. Darrell, I'm not sure why all the hostilities, but I believe I said I wanted to talk. Yes?
No, okay, I don't think we should talk here. If that guy ran off, I imagine some more people are coming back.
I found the droid. It's just restrained. We need a restraining bolt tool.
Is there a skiff that we could put him in around here or something? Did anybody see any transports?
I don't know. Did we see any transports, Jonathan?
No, nothing. I mean, there's always the transports running to and fro the warehouse and stuff. But are you talking about a transport like just to transport a droid?
Is there something? No, is there something around that we can put the droid in? Yeah. He's an R4 unit. He's not going to move fast.
Yeah, not here. No.
Okay.
Not inside the warehouse. No. But yeah, I mean, you've seen transports moving around around this area, but you'd have to go track one down.
But I mean, there's nothing in the warehouse like that we can hijack and steal and move on with. Let's go check out this computer you found, Mr. Blunt.
Yeah, it's over here. It said it was done uploading. Like whatever was happening was finished, so we can check the computer. And then we can turn on the R4 unit and see what it has to say.
While they're doing that nerdy techie stuff, I'm gonna take Darrow's weapon, and then I'm gonna search the body of Spur.
Okay. Spur loot the bodies.
Yeah, I can upgrade my gun. There's the heavy blaster.
Yeah, so Spur has, as far as weapons go, he does have that heavy blaster. So that one that he got that one shot off on you, Val.
I'll take that.
But equipment, he has just a heavy blaster, and then again just a handful of credits. Probably has about 25 credits on him. It's more just like spending money. It's not like this isn't his home. So
does the console look like a communications unit or like a data transfer? Like there's gonna have a disk somewhere that I could pull out with data on it or something.
Yeah, we need to work down here. Or we need our techie down here looking at the computer.
Okay, yes, you guys call.
But I'm familiar with R4 units because I'm a pilot.
Yeah,
so, I mean, that's true. I mean, I'm gonna know the difference between a comm station and some sort of data storage station. Like were they transmit? I'm trying to figure out if they were transmitting the data or if they were just trying to copy the data off the droid.
It looks like they were. Yeah, it looks like they were trying to get data from the droid.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it looks like from the computer.
And is there any removable hard drive that I can, or not hard drive, but data chips we could take off the computer, or?
It says on the computer, it's just a blinking green screen that says configuration complete, coordinates compatible. That's what it says on the computer screen.
Okay.
The droid itself it shows some signs of mistreatment as you get closer to him. His body's like covered in like these like oily handprints and dents. I mean, you know what happened to his friend.
Yeah.
And he has a large dark iron restraining bolt that's fitted right to his body.
Okay.
What are you guys doing with Darrow? Darrow's he's like, what are you gonna do with me? And who are you?
That's Val's turn.
Who do you work for?
Well, I think you know. Isn't that what you're here for? You're here for the 10,000 credits on Dova?
Yes.
You know, it was on the screen, remember?
I remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted the R4 unit, really.
Oh, well, there he is. What are you going to do with me?
I'm going to turn to these guys and be like, what are we going to do with this guy?
So we can't let him go at this point. Or can we?
Probably not a good idea.
Look, excuse me, Mr. Darrow. Mr. Darrow, yes. Do you have the restraining bolts? We just want the R4 units. We were willing to talk and negotiate, and you had to get all kerfuffly. So we are going to take it. We don't really have any qualms with you, nor your boss, Brandon Doba, whatever his name is. And but do you have the restraining bolts remover for this this R4 unit?
Yeah, it's in the backpack.
I'm gonna go grab it and take the restraining bolt off.
Where's Dova?
Look, what are you going to do with me? Like, my boss is going to hear about this no matter what. You guys are all good as dead.
Yeah, I haven't quite decided right yet what I'm going to do with you. Where's Dova?
I'm not at liberty to say that piece of information.
Interesting. Then I'm not at liberty to let you keep on living. And I'll, like, put the gun in its face.
All right, do a coercion check. We'll do this. You can do this as an easy check.
Easy?
Yeah. I mean, he just saw you kill his friend. I don't think he's going to doubt your words. So
1 success and 1 threat.
Okay, so you successfully, as far as intimidated, you can see the fear in his eyes, and then he says, like, "Look, if I tell you about my boss, Dobo will just have me killed anyways. So if that's what you want to do, then just might as well get it done with, scum."
What do we need? What do we need with this, guys?
Yeah, I pull the trigger.
Boom.
Okay, so
I was going to say let me check this R4 unit first, but
so
okay.
Doba slumps down into with a sizzling, smoking hole in his head as he falls down to the ground. So, as two Norgar's complaints, so she's like, "I was about to ask something." So.
Val, you know I really don't like it when you do that.
Sorry, Norgie.
I know. All right. I'm powering up the R4 unit right now, and I've got the bolt off.
What weapon did Daryl have?
Oh, okay. Darrow's Darrow. He actually has in his back. He has dual wields. He has 2 blaster pistols.
Nice.
Then they're modified quick draw blaster pistols.
You know, I should get those. I've got the quick draw.
And he also has heavy clothing on him that didn't seem to stop Val's ruthless attacks on him. So,
yeah.
How does that quick draw pistol work? If I already have a quick draw skill, does it just like give you the skill? Because the way the pistols are designed. Or?
Good question. I think we'll have to investigate that off session to kind of figure out how those work. Yeah, but that's what he uses them for. But you guys, very good move actually on your guys' part, actually getting the drop on these guys. Whole different battle if you let them come to you. So
like, yeah, they were building something, right?
Yeah, so it looks like they're building some type of. They were getting the pieces together to get a like a turret up together. One of those like nice. Blaster turrets.
The like E-web things that they use in Empire.
Yeah, they thought. I mean, they thought they had some time, you know.
Yeah.
And then you guys got the drop on them. So good job fantastic. There.
I'm gonna power up R4. Does he do anything?
Yeah. So you get the restraining bolt off, and then when you get the restraining bolt off, that's when it does the power, like the power comes back on. And so it does a series of like boop 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 boop, and then it's like its eyes, like it's its eye turns around. And then it immediately just shows a projection, and it shows the 3 of them, the 3 that you guys just did away with, 2 of them, and it shows like its last image before it got the restraining bolt put on him. You see them beating up on his friend on the 3PO model, and then you see like Doba's ugly face, like hey there, little friend, and it just stacks the restraining bolt on him, and that's when the image goes away. And then he starts beeping out in a bunch of machine language, and all at once it's quite a bit. And I would say you all understand like the machine languages of these droids. If you've been around droids at all, definitely you, Norgar. And if the rest of you don't understand droid that beeping language, definitely you do, Norgar, because you're a pilot and you've been with these droids
enough to
before.
Understand like what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And so. It's just there's no voice, but he's simply asking, "Where's my friend? Where's my friend?"
Yes. R4. Your friend sent us to find you. However, Your friend is indisposed at the moment. We have his major processing system, but he's been damaged beyond belief.
And then it makes a series of beliefs again. Where is my friend? Is he alive? Where is my friend? Where is my friend? Is this beeping?
I'm gonna open the bag that's on my backpack. Your friend. We have his processing unit. We're hoping to be able to restore him.
And so when he sees his friend, he does the very familiar R2D2 sound.
But your friend is the one who told us to find you, and so we've come to rescue you from these ruffians, and perhaps take you back to our ship. Would you like that?
And so he still is like sad, and it's taking him a moment to.
And unfortunately, we were only able to dispatch 2 of them, and 1 has run off. And so, if we stay here much longer, they may come back for us.
Yeah, I need to take this moment on the run.
When you go.
So,
come on, Arfie, you're coming with me.
So he, as he's following you, as he's around the warehouse, he says to you, Norgar, in that beeping, it's like this beeping, and he says. He basically is saying, revenge. I want revenge. I want revenge on Doba.
Yes, we are considering that as well. So let's talk somewhere safer. Let's get to our ship and we can talk there instead. Is that acceptable to you?
And then it starts beeping more, and he says, will you give me my revenge?
We will help you with that. Yes. Well, we helped your friend to find you, and we're hoping that we can help you as well.
And so with that, he agrees to follow you.
What did you guys do with the computer console? Did you guys destroy that? Because the download was complete there, right?
Yeah, I was calling down while he was looking at it. We were calling down Orc to look in more detail with his tech knowledge.
Oh, do we have time for that?
We could do that.
Oh no! I'm asking these guys.
I would say, bunt second that you guys after getting Darrow would have called down Orc. I mean, you guys would tell him to get off the roof. I mean, get down there. So let's have one of you guys. If one of you guys could do this for Orc, we'll have him do an average computers check.
Sure.
Help me because you guys have character sheets in front of you. I don't. What's a computers check? Is what type of skill?
Sure. Hold on a second.
Intellect.
Yeah.
Intellect, okay. He's gonna have a 2 in computers check. His intellect is I was gonna say it's a 3. So
because he's a slicer, so he should have some pretty good.
So we'll do 1 green and 2 yellow. Are you guys doing anything with your force? Once you saving those?
No, we're gonna let him use one of those.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So you'll roll 3 yellows, and it's going to be an average computer check, which is 2 purple.
All right, 3 yellows and 2 purples.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I get that for you. All right. Roll. Oh, 4 successes.
Nice.
So on the computer that he was attached to, so Orc starts, he's like looking. He has his keen eye as far as what he's looking at. I mean, he's a slicer, and then he sees that it contains a few programs, and then it has some coordinates that have been recently been uploaded. It looks like they've been uploaded to the astromech. These coordinates of some sort, which you can ask.
Oh, they were uploaded to the astromech.
Yeah, you can ask the astromech himself about those. But then, and you see that he has some accounts of some glitter stem bales that have been transported and sold. Like there's some records, like some inventory records, as far as them selling glitter stem back and forth. But then there's a file name there's a file name that you find, and then the file name is called PASS, and it seems to be it's called PASS, and it seems to be a pattern for like a shortwave radio signal that's designed to be broadcast by a ship's navigational computer. And that's what's in the file that Orc finds.
So can we copy the file?
Yeah. So Orc would be able to get that information, and he would be able to kind of pull it together with whatever he would store it. But that's the information that he found useful in the computer.
Great.
Yeah, I think we would copy that. We could look at the glim routes for later.
So you guys are headed to your ship?
Yes. Val.
Yeah.
Do you remember that pretty lady we met?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember her? Perhaps maybe I could go talk to her and see if she wants to come talk about our R4 unit, or do we want to wait?
Yeah, sure. I can't get back to that tavern.
Yes, you won't, but I think I'll be able to slip in just fine.
Could you pick me up a T-Haw while you're in there? Just bring one out to me.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely.
I definitely need one after that.
Just one or two?
Yeah, two, please. Actually.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go back to the cantina and see if she's still in there.
Okay. Yeah, I would say she's not in there. It's been the passage of time. I mean, she's all by herself. So.
Yep, I understand. Then I'm gonna go back to the ship.
Are you asking anybody? Are you asking anybody inside for?
Oh, I gotta go to the bartender. Excuse me, Mr. Barkeep.
Yes, it's Rejenks. The place is named after me. Hey, weren't you with that clone?
We're acquaintances. He's not my favorite friend. But I would like to place a drink order. Perhaps something to go. I'm heading back to my ship.
More milk. I remember you.
Yes, it's been a rough day. Perhaps one of those T-Ha things that the man before was having. It seemed to be an interesting drink.
Oh, very well. So he pours it and hands you the T-Ha. You pay him the necessary credits.
There was a young lady here earlier. Perhaps you saw her, the young Twi'lek, I believe. Was she Twi'lek, right?
Rodian.
Sorry. Yeah. Dang. A young Rodilan by the name of Zucata. Perhaps you know where she is in lodging in town?
She's probably lodging on her ship.
Oh, yes, that's true. Okay. Have you seen her lately? I saw her earlier and we were talking, and I just wanted to touch point with her again.
Well, she left probably about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, and you didn't see her which way she went or anything like that?
Well, I didn't go.
I swear I'm not a stalker.
I didn't go follow her. I don't know which way she went.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So I'm going to pay for this T-Ha now.
Very well,
go, sir. And I will.
And he looks you up and down, like leans over the bar and sees you. And he's like, "You're gonna drink that?"
Probably only half, right? I'll save the rest for later.
So he gives a little chuckle at that, and he just, he turns his attention to the next person needing a drink.
All right, and then I'm gonna go back to meet them back at the ship.
Okay.
Assuming that nothing happens to me on the way there now that I've split the party.
No.
I assumed you were waiting outside for you.
Yeah. Good. Oh, okay, fantastic. Thank you.
All right, so you guys take the R4 unit back to your ship.
Yes.
All right, so when you get the R4 unit back to your ship, he basically because it's all in this all in this beeping language, he uses some hollow images when he wants to kind of illustrate what he's talking about, and so he basically tells you that he has the coordinates to Bandandoba. That Bandandoba is in he's basically in he's a short distance away. It'll take a little quick hyper jump to get there, but it's a short distance away. He's in an asteroid field. That he's actually on an asteroid in an asteroid field, and then with that he has uploaded to him the coordinates to get there, to get to this asteroid field. He details that what they wanted with him was because he has some detailed mapping of the Kessel Run and that surrounding area, and so they were trying to deliver him the Dova because it would be a profitable enterprise to have a droid with that information. He still has all of his data with him that's not on the computer, but he basically he just only has from that computer what got downloaded to him, which was those coordinates.
So he doesn't know about the pass file.
He doesn't know about it personally. No. Once they put the restraining bolt on him, he was out.
Gotcha.
So, but he knows from what they gave him that it's the coordinates are from. He can read what they downloaded to him, and that's what got downloaded to him. And the last image he has was them basically killing him and then them attacking his friend and then getting that restraining bolt on him. And him and his friend knew that this cell will work for Banandova. The droid doesn't tell you how he knows, but not just as quickly as you learned this information, these two droids acquired it pretty easily, being on Foremost. And so he projects the asteroid kind of field up to you, and then he kind of he manipulates the image to point an arrow to this one asteroid that's in the asteroid field, and then he says, and then in his machine language he says, "Will you take me there?"
Yeah, have you been there before? Is this, or you just got this from that strange computer you were hooked up to?
And he tells you he got it from the computer.
Okay. I'm one concern. This is a small vessel. It's not incredibly armed, but I'm worried about defenses and such. We did find a file called Pass. Our friend over here, the Mr. Orc, he found this file in the computer, and I think it's maybe a signal that we have to transmit. But do you know anything else about? Are there a lot of people there? Are there things going on? Or I don't know if you heard anything while you were incapacitated with your bolts.
And he communicates that he doesn't know any extra information.
Okay.
Obviously, he says if you have a shortwave radio signal that's designed to be broadcast from a ship with that file that you told him about, that it has to be some useful purpose for it.
Yes. All right. I see. I see. Well, Mr. Bunce, this is your vessel after all, or your boss's vessel. I'm still confused on that, but do you have thoughts? I mean, I can take us wherever we want to go, but I would like to come back from that place too.
Yeah, it seems like we need to take care of my obligation before we go flying off, but we can go check it out after that, and then we can check with that young lady that you were talking to earlier and get some of her credits before we go jaunt off to an asteroid belt.
Well, and then he beefs again. He's like, "Were you not going to give me my revenge?" Is what he beefs. He goes,
I mean, there's a $10,000 bounty.
Yeah, we just need some time, little droid. So we just need a couple hours to finish up so we can get going.
So he's concerned about what Bunt said about that you can come back to this, that you're going to pay your obligation and then do this later. So he's like beeping, like kind of like doing the little steps, like.
Offie. It's
basically
okay.
says
it's close. It's not too far away. It's just that's one of the reasons we came here. I got a package to drop off, and then it'll only take a couple hours. It's like no worries.
Okay.
Fi's still a droid, isn't he?
Little Offie, you know that revenge is eternal. So you know, an hour or two, it will come, my friend. It will come.
So he does he seems to just like go, as he's waiting for your just.
Perhaps you'd like to talk to our navigational system that's on board. Might be some stimulating company for you.
So he just he goes off and he's getting ready to hook himself up into whatever I guess he would look at Bunt and Norgard, trying to say where do you want me so I can navigate you to this asteroid field. That's where he wants to station himself.
Yeah, I'll point him in the right direction. I'm not sure what part of the ship that is.
Okay. But he seems determined that he's just going to wait there until you guys decide that you're leaving to go seek his revenge. So,
are we leaving right now?
No, I just wanted to make sure it's like I had an obligation flying into this planet that we never addressed. I think it's just something I got to deliver sight unseen to somebody on the planet. I just wanted to make sure we didn't fly away before doing that and getting in trouble.
Gotcha. Okay. So the droid just keeps, like, every once in a while as you guys are talking, just like rolls out and looks at you and then rolls back to where he was at, like he's being impatient, like he's just waiting for you guys to go. So,
and I forgot, we need to find get the reward from what's her face before we go flying off too.
That's assuming that the droid is willing to give up the information that he has within himself. We did take off the restraining bolt, so he is pretty much his own person now.
I thought we were going to talk to her about coming with us.
Well, she wants the information on the droid. She doesn't actually want to go anywhere. She just needs the information on the droid. She
just wants the coordinates, right?
No, she wants his the mapping that he has, the data that he has for the Kessel Run. That's what she wants.
Oh, that's right. The Kessel Run.
And she'll offer you 2,000 credits for that. So,
is there like a clerk or something at the spaceport that I can go ask about if they've seen Zucata?
Well, she gave me her her comm address.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So like we can contact her.
Okay.
I just wondered if we wanted to do that while I was off delivering the goods.
Okay.
Get that money before we head out.
And then, so what are your goods, Fun? Like, what are you delivering?
I don't remember. It was as part of my obligation. It was something that was hidden in the cargo hold. When we got searched, they couldn't find it.
Gotcha.
I got a good hiding spot, and I just got to drop it off.
Okay.
It's just when they sent me out, when the Baron sent me out, it's like, hey, deliver this.
Gotcha.
So we haven't opened it, haven't looked.
Okay.
Like Baron said not to. I'm just delivering it where I'm supposed to.
Okay. And you're going to dutifully do that?
Yes.
All right. Cool. I think that's a good place to stop. We'll have Bunt will dutifully deliver that whatever that is that he has from his master, and then we'll have we have Val and Norgar. You guys are going to go try to find the Rodian. Okay, and then you have the R4 unit that is impatiently waiting for you to help him get his revenge on Bandandova. But thank you guys for playing tonight, and if you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, leave us some comments. We always read the comments. I always welcome it. That we are new to this game. I know there's some things that we didn't do correctly, but that's what's great about this experience is we can learn from that and do well next time. So, but anyways, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.